Mercedes-Benz Stadium is jumping to the front of the line in the race to go cashless. AMB Sports and Entertainment has committed to eliminating cash transactions at the home of the NFL's Atlanta Falcons and defending MLS champion Atlanta United. Executives from the Arthur Blank-led group visited Sports Business Journal to share how the advancement will speed up concession lines and much more.
Literally, from our perspective now, there's no cash transactions, whether it's, you're going to use Apple Pay or any of that technology or your credit card, and it just speeds up the transactions. And as you know, when you're getting so many different transactions in a building, if you can just save 10 seconds from a transaction, you multiply that by the number of transactions in a building and you make a huge sort of increase in terms of speed of delivery.
Our demand does not come in an even basis, right? At the quarter breaks or right before the kickoff or at halftime, that's when people flood to get their beer or their hot dog. And if you're not capable of handling those transactions, what happens is you frustrate fans and guests in that they can't get what they want and then get back to their seats. So if you think about it, if you can shave 10 or 15 seconds off a transaction and there are 1,000 people waiting at a halftime to try to get what they want, you suddenly can really increase your throughput.
I think the idea is that you do have to move to the future, and the future seems, in our mind, from a transactional standpoint, to be cashless. We've already done this at 65%, I think is what we got to last year of our stands, and it worked very well.
It's going to be Atlanta United that sort of blazes the trail in having the first game that's cashless, and that's worked really well with our fan base because we're a much younger audience. So we did it with mobile ticketing in the stadium as well. Our fans tend to adopt those sort of the more modern technology a little bit quicker.
In keeping with their trend-setting mentality, the stadium will be the first NFL and MLS venue to have a stadium-wide cashless transaction model.
Now, we do know that there will be some customers, some fans inside of our building that just either don't have credit cards or they don't like that at all. So we will have reverse ATM machines where you'll be able to feed in your $20 and you'll get a universal debit card with $20 loaded on it that you can use throughout the building, and you can also use it outside of our building.
Fans will also be treated to more bang for less at concession stands. 2 years after lowering refreshment prices in a fan-friendly move, the downtown Atlanta Stadium is going even lower.
This is, something that was a huge hit when we brought it into the building. We've seen that, we had it at the Super Bowl, and it was just, one of those great moments that people talked about, that they could get their hot dogs for $2. And now we've gone and made the hot dog our number one selling product, $1.50. And I think that just shows the commitment that we have across our enterprises to the fan experience. And we're always looking to try and make it better. We don't rest on our laurels. We're always looking, where can we find that extra edge? And this is just our way of giving back to the fans.
AMB Group execs said there are many reasons for the new changes, but the motivation behind them is also their guiding principle.
Listen to the fans and then respond.
Look, it's really important. It comes from the very top. Arthur Blank's whole sort of mission statement is to focus on the fan. And it was no different from his time at Home Depot to with the Falcons, with Atlanta United. And our fan-friendly pricing is just an example of that.
Well, if the fans don't like it, nobody likes it. So I think when you listen, you tend to do well.